let's see his birth date, his name, where he was born. I think it was just that in the picture. That so there's that. Now, holy crap! All the heat that's gone to Joey Janela and
Yeah,
GCW,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I
ridiculous.
know it's heavy. I mean, I obviously wasn't at the show, so I don't know what happened or what happened afterwards. But I know you and I text on the side. I was just trying to gather some information and talking to you
Right.
privately, Rob. But yeah, I mean, yeah, a lot of heat,
But-
a
And
lot.
and and what happened when Taz and I talked? Uh, Taz said, "Have you heard all the talk about GCW?" Or I don't know if you said GCW. I'm paraphrasing, but whatever you said, I knew what you were talking about. And I said it's ridiculous, and you were fired up. You were like
Yeah.
so pissed, and that's how they've got everybody. Like there's so
Mhm.
many people. I've read comments from social media followers that say GCW should be arrested on manslaughter
Mm.
regardless of the cause of death 3 weeks later, like
Right, right, right.
thank God these people aren't in control of actually making real decisions, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I understand. Yeah, no, you're right.
And let me
I
call Dutch.
guess,
I want to
Josh,
call
go,
Dutch
go.
out here, okay? I enjoy listening to Dutch's podcast. What I
Mm.
heard him say kind of changed my opinion on how much to trust good old Dutch
What'd he say?
because so he's talking about Kratom, and he's like, well, yeah. And James, the bloke, even says, "I know you're going to talk about you're going." That's a horrible English accent.
Yeah,
Let me,
that was
I thought it was perfect, Rob.
let me try not trying.
just
It's
kidding.
got Belgium. James says, you're going to be talking about Kratom in a minute. So it's like, oh, okay, maybe he's an expert or knows a lot about it. And then Dutch Mantel goes on to say, Kratom is a horrible, horrible drug. It's worse than heroin.
Mm.
And then he goes on to say, well, I don't know how you take it. And then James is like, yeah, how do you administer the Kratom? I don't think you smoke it. He says,
Wow.
listen,
Mm.
Dutch, you know nothing about Kratom. Why would you even say that? And it helps so many people. And as my regular listeners know, I'm an advocate for Kratom. Kratom, and let me just tell, like I told you, Taz,
Yeah.
tell
Yeah.
anybody listening, Kratom, and this is, by the way, in case you missed out on the hype, the gossip. Joey Janela had horrible timing when he put out this post about what his day was like setting up for the match or whatever. And he talks about Sabu being hurt. Big surprise. If he literally couldn't walk and his feet are bleeding, that's fucked up. But regardless of that, it says in there somewhere that Sabu was got some kratom and then so he could make it through the match. The way Joey puts it, he says he was on another fucking planet. I don't like that he put that. I really doubt that that's true, but I've had people say it about me. In fact, I'm gonna administer some kratom. Woo! Did you know Rick has his own kratom? You didn't even know that, huh? Somebody else, yeah. Um,
Fucking wild, man.
just to show you how dangerous it is. But anyway, so Joey's getting a bunch of heat. GCW is getting a bunch of heat. Everyone is saying, man, they should, man, I fuck that. I can't believe I ever supported them, man. They killed Sabu. First off, they didn't give him the kratom. It was his own people. And I'll tell you what, for sure, Sabu had some kratom, but he eats it every day. Guess what? I usually eat it every day. Katie eats it often, and I don't eat it every single day. That's why I know I'm not addicted to it. Sometimes I'll be like, hey, I haven't had kratom in a couple days. That would make me feel good. It's good for blocking pain, sleeping. It's great for and anxieties. It's a plant that comes from the coffee plant family, and they dry up the leaves, grind them up into a powder, and then you can put the powders in a capsule and a drink and gummies, or you just eat the powder. And so for Dutch that wants to say that it's like heroin, and by the way, it's not recognized by the Controlled Drug the list of Controlled Substances Act. It's not, the government does want to control it. It is prohibited in certain areas, around the country, but overall, you can get it online. You can get it anywhere that you can buy pipes or Kratom. They call them head shops. But what I want to do, if you guys at home watching don't mind setting your clocks for me, this right here is 500 milligrams, right? And it says that a serving is four capsules. Okay, one to four capsules. Okay, so I want you guys to set your clock, and I'm gonna in Dutch. Set your clock, Dutch. Set your fucking Flintstones bird with a shadow ass watch.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It's just
Stiff City right there. Stiff City.
how many is that?
Flintstones Jones.
Oh yeah, exactly. Well said, Dom.
Thank you.
Where'd they go? Okay. Okay. I don't know how to show you how many I got without it spilling. But I have a handful here of oh god damn it, I'm so close. You got
it. It's there.
Okay. Boom. Okay. Anyway, it says a serving is 4. So I'm gonna take 8, a double serving right now. I want everyone that sees me even act any different to shout out and say, Rob's fucked up. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I gotta say, I didn't expect this.
No.
All right.
Well, you know what, Taz? You're not gonna notice anything. I do this
I
on
know.
the show.
I believe you, bro. We talked about this. I know. I totally believe you. I tell you what, I'm just impressed you could take 8 tablets of anything. Fuck, that
Dude,
would
right?
kill my throat. It's horrible.
Dude, I would be fucked. My mouth would be all fucked up.
I'm telling you,
more. All right. So 3 times the recommended dose of something that's worse than heroin. Holy shit. RVD is out of his mind. Somebody call the suicide hotline.
Oh my god.
Anyway, I'm making a point, but I'm also educating. So, man,
yes.
All right.
So anyway, there's been a lot of talk about the Kratom, and I'm an advocate for it. I always have been, and it had nothing to do with Sabu dying 3 weeks later. Y'all are basic thinkers, and you need to put a little extra thought into the whole thing. And you don't know, in Dutch, you don't know anything about Kratom. And where did you get that information that it's worse than heroin? He sounds like Harry Anslinger in 1937 telling people that marijuana is the most dangerous drug and it makes you turn violent and chop your family up with a battle axe and a chainsaw. Did they have chainsaws back then in the 30s?
Oh, sure.
I think they did. Yeah, they had something. Definitely had battle axes.
Battle axes definitely over there. Definitely over there.
So as far as setting the record straight goes on that, people are saying shame on GCW for allowing a 60-year-old to get in the ring and have a match like that. And I can tell you, he's my closest dude friend, closest person to me next to Katie Forbes right here in all ways. Yeah. And I can tell you that he was 61 and he wanted that. He wanted that for a long time. In fact, Joe Clark, if you're listening, brother, Joe Clark, we've had him on this show before. Joe Clark and I made my documentary on concussions called Headstrong, which is on Amazon. He'd been working with Sabu for a long time, several months on filming a documentary. And I just a few weeks ago, they were over here. Sabu and I were working out in my gym and hanging out in my sauna.
Riding bikes.
Yeah, that was even a different time. There's been so many days I put in, and I can't wait to see the footage that he has now. And of course, the ending is definitely going to be a little different than they planned on. But he was training. He was wanting to have this big retirement match so much that when it got down to it, he knew that he had more in him, one thing that he said when I saw him after his match with Joey Janela, he said, I got one more match in me. If you're still interested in doing that barbed wire match, I'm interested.
It sounds like him.
That sounds
Because I had talked to him before about being the guy that's his last opponent, which a lot of people would think easy. Of course you're going to do that, but he said no, that's cheating. Just like he thinks two brothers wrestling each other is cheating because from his perspective, because they grew up, and they know each other too well, and so that's what he said about me just working him until I mentioned I've never had a barbed wire match. That would be something special, but I really didn't want to do a barbed wire match. I really didn't. He could have maybe talked me into it if it was really going to be his last, because I would have given anything to him and for him, and I did always. And so because of that, it could have happened. It's not my kind of match, as the fans will tell you that all of a sudden think I'm anti-ECW because I don't like the garbage death matches.
Well, we're the same. I'm the same as you. I mean, I didn't do it.
Fans are surprised. Oh, you're breaking hearts right now. You don't even know it.
Oh, stop. Yeah, that's crazy.